Welcome back, everybody, to week number 9 of Theater Music with Carl J. Danielsen, the musical director of my heart and composer online. Carl Danielsen over on Instagram and carljdanielsen.com over in the World Wide Web. This week, we're doing The Greatest Secret, track number 9 from the album. What say you about this track, Carl? Where did it come from? What was moving through your mind when you wanted to share The Greatest Secret with us?
So this is from Pride and Prejudice, when a vampire loves a werewolf. So the main couple that we remember from Pride and Prejudice, if we know Pride and Prejudice, is Elizabeth Bennet and Fitzwilliam Darcy. And they dislike each other at the beginning of the story because they're prejudiced. And in my version, one is a vampire and the other is a werewolf. But things start to turn around for Darcy when he goes to a party and Elizabeth sings a song. Now, in the original, it's a Love Will Find a Way, one of those kind of things. But because this is about vampires and werewolves, I came across a story. I'm not going to tell you the story. It's a bit of a long song. There's a lot of things happening in the show. She gets interrupted at one point. There's a lot of action going on. But this tells a very interesting story about gender through the mythological or possibly historical character of Tiresias, who was a prophet. I won't say any more. I'll see if you can follow the story about The Greatest Secret.
Yes.
Oh, and Bex Odorisio is the singer, and she's the person that I wrote PAPWAVLAW for.
One more time.
The singer is Bex Odorisio, currently playing Fate No. 2 in the national tour of Hadestown. And it is for this extraordinary singer-actor that I wrote Pride and Prejudice, When a Vampire Loves a Werewolf.
Tiresias could tell the future, which is crazy because the guy was blind. But he looked down deep within his soul and saw everything in his mind. He didn't always have this power. He was just a normal little boy, till he saw 2 snakes rolling in the grass, and he learned about our greatest joy. What you looking at, little boy? These snakes just having fun. All right, take this and this and that. Now watch that little girl run. You'll learn your greatest secret. You'll be the only human to know when you see the world from a different angle. That's how you start to grow. You heard right. She became a little girl with all the corresponding body parts. And he grew into a gorgeous woman and mastered the intimate arts. Inside him he was still a man, but that didn't seem to hold him back. He was pretty as a girl could be, and for love, let's just say, he had the knack. Hey there, look at your little boss. What's wrong with having fun? He knows about this and this and that. But his story's just begun. He hasn't learned his greatest secret. He's still got a way to go. He'll see the world from a different angle. Then the great stuff he'll know. And then things heat up some more. 20 years he spent a woman when he ran across those same 2 snakes. Who thought it might be fun to switch him back. For heaven's sakes, our T became the first shapeshifter, though he couldn't quite control his change. Still, everyone was so impressed that some girls he met, they found it strange. He learned his greatest secret, and one you might not think to know. But when you see the world from different angles, how do you choose which way to go? That's what I'm talking about. Well, the gods and goddesses all gathered hoping they could make Teresa say, if girls and boys have equal fun when love is underway. Well, T? Guys, I'm sorry to break the news, but girls have way more fun, 'cause they get this, and this, and that. Tara's patience was done. She blinded poor Tiresias on the spot, and Zeus the king felt really bad. He could not give Teeth back his sight, but the gift of prophecy, now that could be had. He shared his greatest secret, and his punishment was a blow. But Zeus taught me how to see the future, 'cause sometimes that stuff's good to know. I'm almost done. Why was the goddess Hera angry when he let the cat out of the bag? You think I'll share her greatest secret? Betrayal's a drag. You gotta keep your greatest secret, the one that only you can know. 'Cause you see the world from this special angle, and that's how you know what you know. That's how you know the shit you know.
Wow.
Did you know that story?
I did not know that story, and I did not know that I'd be learning as much as I learned.
It's interesting, right?
It is. Do you just love playing with Greek mythology? Is that like something that you love toying with? Is it your acting and theater background?
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Greek drama. I visited. I wanted to see what it was like to see a tragedy outdoors with all those people and all of that. Yeah.
Well,
Homer, all of it.
It would be a great opportunity. Tell people that may not be clicked into the full breadth of Carl Magic, what your acting life was like and is like.
Well, I mean, I have a classical acting background from a now defunct drama school in London. It got taken up into part of Central, but it was called the Webber Douglas Academy. But as soon as I could drive, I started ushering for theater. And in the Bay Area at the time, we had the American Conservatory Theater, kind of at the height of its power. So I fell in love with all the Shakespeare and the Greek and the Chekhov and all of that stuff. So I already had my musical theater ducks in a row. I was conducting and playing and acting, but then that's what I love. So as a composer, I put the music with my love for the classical, historical literature and theater stuff.
We'd love to see it. We'd love to see it. Where can people find out more about you and your work?
CarlJDanielsen.com, constructed by Daniel Baldesson and the great Andre Stith.
You're amazing, Carl. That's week number 9, The Greatest Secret, from Carl's latest album, Theater Music by Carl J. Danielsen. We love him so much. He's an amazing gift to musical theater, and we can't wait to keep showcasing more tracks with you next week.
Yeah.
Great one.